So 16 years ago, the company I work for, Café du Monde, were looking for a local charity to sponsor. I went to the managing director and suggested that we held a coffee morning. And the following year we invited friends and family, and that's how my mum held her first coffee morning in the garden. 15 years later, and we've managed to raise £200,000. I had originally cancelled it, and so many people said, "Oh, it's such a shame, we really look forward to the coffee morning."
This year was even more difficult, I think, than usual. She had to get a bit more creative, which is amazing in itself, given how creative she normally is.
Obviously, she wasn't able to do the coffee morning as we know it, which, would go against every socially distanced rule there is.
Quite a few companies at the time were doing afternoon tea in a box, and I thought, well, why can't we have coffee morning in a box?
Here we go, boxes first 22 done, only another 120 to do.
I'm not really sure why she's so good at convincing people to do things and to take part.
I just ask and they come along and help.
My role in the coffee morning in a box was as bunting maker.
I suppose my role in Kay's coffee morning is to say, "Yes dear, yep, we can do that, that's not a problem."
And my role in the event this year was to handle the cake competition, so from submissions through to the online vote.
No, absolutely, that's great, yep.
Delivering the boxes and filling them with lovely chocolate fudge cake.
Oh, and to give up half my garage, boxes and boxes of Macmillan stuff.
Those are the ones that are done.
This year, as well as Café du Monde supplying the coffee and tea to go into the boxes, they also supplied the actual boxes themselves. I actually don't think any of us expected Kay to shift all 140 boxes, but this is Kay. Never underestimate the power of Kay.
Kay asked if I would like to be involved in baking some cake, and then Kay told me that I had to make 140 portions. That was more than I've probably ever cooked before in my life.
There's things to do, especially for the kids. It's great.
I did the photo competition, which I entered a photo in, which wasn't very successful, but at least I tried.
When you saw that the amount of people that were joining in on the morning, it was just so lovely, and it was perfectly timed because it was just when everyone needed that boost. And also, the playlist got us right in the mood, got us in the spirit, and knowing everyone was listening to the same playlist was nice as well.
As a time capsule, so all of the kids, the young people involved in this year can look back at a future coffee morning and just see how crazy everything was.
Coralie Webster's head shave, which was a personal highlight from this year, getting to stroke her fuzzy head.
I volunteered to brave the shave to raise money for Macmillan. This is it. Some years ago, I worked as a district auxiliary nurse. It was called the Twilight Nursing Service. No vampires. But we used to go to people in the evening and give them care, help. It's as much help for the families as for the patient. And I've seen what a difference it makes to people, the families and the patients who are getting this support.
Macmillan means so much to me. Having lost both of my parents to cancer, I can't thank them enough, and if raising some funds every year helps other people and other families, then it's all worthwhile.
The money that you've raised is the equivalent of helping around 140 people receive direct support from a Macmillan Cancer Information Nurse Specialist via our support line. Your support has really never been more important. This has been a very difficult year for Macmillan financially, but the need to continue delivering our services for people affected by cancer is of course still there. So thank you for hosting this coffee morning against the odds and ensuring that we can continue to do that.
Kay is just the best organiser.
Kay is incredible. That's basically the reason why these Macmillan coffee mornings work so well.
The amount of money that she's raised over the years that she's been doing this is really something to be marvelled at.
She probably made more this year than she ever has done.
Kay is just lovely. She is the most kind and positive person I think I've ever met.
Not only does she care so much about raising as much money as possible, but she knows everyone and she's not afraid to ask for help. She's the kindest, loveliest, most wonderful person you'll ever meet.
Like, she's such a swan with it as well, you know, she's just paddling furiously under the water, but she's just sort of in this graceful green dress.
I think the world needs more Kays.
So a big thank you from me, a big thank you from Macmillan, a big thank you from our coffee morning hosts, but most of all, a big thank you from everybody who is looking to Macmillan services at this very difficult time. You are amazing.
We really enjoyed it. It looked like everyone enjoyed it too.
Hey Mum, just a quick message from Queenstown to say I'm super proud of you. I'm so happy to see how well the Macmillan Coffee Morning went this year, and I'm just proud of everything you do. Love you lots.